Have you ever made a mistake when you liked a new guy? Did you realize that, oh, I did too much, or oh, I shouldn't have said that, or oh, I probably ruined it? If you are that type of person, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Adiga. I am the founder of No More Slack. These are some mistakes that some of my clients have made, people I know personally have made, and I have also made it at a point. The first mistake, and this is in no particular order, first mistake that I see many women have, and that leads them to being in very compromising situations in these early stages, is not having wise counsel. So what do I mean by that? A lot of people, when they start liking someone, or maybe the early stages of dating, they start isolating. They're like, this is me and my mans, don't tell me nothing. I can do what I want. But one thing I've seen so beautifully done in the lives of many people who are now in successful relationships, and one thing I can say from experience, is that when you are in the early stages, when you like someone, it is so important to tell people that you trust. You don't have to tell the world. You don't have to tell, that random auntie or uncle in church. But people who have your best interest at heart should know, especially people who see from a faith, from a godly perspective. Why is this? Because sometimes when you're in that early crush phase of, oh my god, he's so hot, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, whatever, you're not thinking straight, honestly. And things can appear a certain way to you, but if you ask another person to be a sounding board, or someone to give you another perspective, they will probably correct you and be like, actually girl, you're doing too much. He's like that with everybody, And so it's important that you are measured. And the way to be measured and grounded is actually often being mindful of your own blind spots. We can only see so much, right? If you have a group of girlies, people who are married, people who have gone before you, ahead of you, or you can join our academy, we can help you too. But that's besides the point. You just tell people, oh, there's this guy, he started to text me a lot, like he's always sending me messages, or there's this guy, he just asked me out, like what do I do? There's this girl who, I think they're into me, like I think they're interested, they just keep sitting next to me in church, or there's this guy I met at this event, like we're starting to talk all the time, he texts me daily, he's saying good morning, like am I like just keep me accountable, sort of thing, right? It's important. It has saved the lives of many single women, okay? And you are not above accountability. You are not. It will help you at this stage of relationships. It will help you in the latter stage of relationships, okay? It's a biblical concept. The Bible talks about in a multitude of counselors there is safety. Yeah, it's right. It's really, really real. Number two is not showing interest. Okay, ladies, let's talk about it. Come. Okay, hello, you listening? Why do so many of us play hard to get? Why do we do it? Why do we love games? Why do we do it? And I'm guilty. I've done it. I know, but I have learned the hard way sometimes. Right? If you are genuinely interested in someone, I'm not saying do the most. I'm not saying that. And that will touch my next point. But if you're actually interested in someone, you can say that someone's genuine, they're coming towards you, they're putting in some effort. There is nothing wrong, nothing desperate, nothing odd about actually reciprocating a bit. Match the energy a little bit, If he's messaging you daily, give it a bit of energy, a bit of effort. If you can see that this person actually, oh my gosh, like maybe they just asked you out. Don't just be taking 42 years to reply and just doing the most, acting like you're God's gift to humanity. No, humble yourself and respond to that man. Show some effort. I'm not saying you need to oversee what he's doing. I'm not saying you need to be like, yes, we're getting married tomorrow. I'm not saying you need to, be like super excited to his face and be doing the most. No, I'm just saying be yourself. But if you know that you like this guy back, make it known a little bit. If he's asking you to meet up and you actually want to meet up, then say yes to meeting up, right? Just simple stuff like that, okay? And this also ties back into the first point of like, if you have people to encourage you, people who have your best interest at heart, people who are already in relationships, then they can help you with this too. Point number three, say number three with me, number three is the opposite thing, which is doing too much, fantasizing, going into la la land after date one. Okay, if a guy asks you on a date, it does not mean he wants to marry you. Let me say that again. If he asks you on a date, it does not mean it's a marriage proposal. Please, sister, sit yourself down and remember, a date is just date. It's a data collection. It's just to find out more information. It's to get to know this person on a friendship level. More times than not, if they're not someone that you were friends with, you're probably actually strangers. And so, yeah, calm down. Okay, don't be jumping to the wedding bells. Don't be jumping to la la land of what would our kids be named, how would our kids look, we're gonna have a 4-bedroom house. Like, please. If it's date one or just the early stages of, oh, this guy's actually showing me some attention, stay sober, be collected, stay present. Okay, stay present. Stay present. I'm repeating myself because I have seen this too many times with clients and people. Stay present. And I get it. I'm a woman too. It's easy to jump. It's easy to jump into the future of what this could be, and that's beautiful. But you need to do it soberly so that you can actually remain calculated and logical enough to see this person for who they truly are right now. Who more likely than not, if this is the early dating stages, they're a stranger. Okay. And if they're not a stranger, if they're your friend, they're still your friend, right? You're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet, you're not fiance, you're not husband and wife. And so try to not fantasize, stay in the present, and enjoy the journey for what it is. Commit every stage to God's hands. Okay? And number 4 is not stating your standards. This is a huge, huge one, and it ties to self-worth. We do a lot of self-worth work in our membership. Again, if you want to join, check the description. But I'll just give a high-level summary of, it's okay to state what you want. Men are quite good at stating what they want. They're saying that I'm looking for a wife, I'm looking for her to do this, this and this, this is what I want. We women, sometimes we have a hard time in actually setting those kind of boundaries and setting the standards of, like, you know what, I expect you to plan the dates. I expect you to, be consistent. I expect you to show kindness. You don't have to necessarily articulate those things, but you need to know within yourselves, these are my bare minimums, these are the standards of behavior that I'm going to accept, and if I don't see them, I'm going to set boundaries accordingly, and I will articulate, I will verbalize and communicate my expectations where need be. This is a beautiful thing. This shows you are confident women. If you want me to do a video on being a confident woman, dating as a confident woman, let me know in the comments down below. But again, like, I'm so big on women knowing what they want, knowing who they are, knowing whose they are, which is God's, and showing up with their full self when they are dating. That is so important, because that will set the standards for not just how you are treated at the beginning of the crush phase and all that stuff, but actually deep into the relationship. Okay? So that point is, set your standards, set them early, set them clearly, and work on your self-worth so that you know you are worthy to be treated with love and respect as the daughter of the Father that you are. Okay? And lastly, the last thing that I feel like kind of ties into the fantasizing stuff and the doing too much point is being so devoted so fast, too fast, right? It goes back to what I said, like, in the early stages of liking a guy, fine, emotions are there, oh, he's hot, this to the attraction, everything, that's fine, that's normal, that's okay. The problem is when you now have mentally removed yourself from the dating streets after what, it's been one date, been 2 conversations, he's texted you for 1 week straight, and you're like, wow, this is my husband, bam, I'm devoted, I'm here, I'm your wife energy, hello. Please don't do that. Like, it's so easy, right, to just go into that space of like, oh my gosh, let me lock in, it's been 1 second, but let me lock in. And this is why you need people to lovingly kind of be like, girl, be sober about this, be sober about this, be sober about this. That walk away power is your power, okay? And it goes for men and women. Like, it's important to know what you're looking for, and obviously this evolves, and sometimes God actually really does give you people who are what you need and not just what you want. But that's the whole thing, whole other video. As a woman, you need to know, these are my deal breakers, and if I see these things, and again, I'm not talking about small things like, oh, he can't dress, boom, deal breaker, bye, or oh, he like, I don't know, maybe he did one thing one time and I'm going to cut him off, right? Unless it's stuff like cheating, then yes, obviously. But I think keep that walkaway power, know what you're going to walk away for, and be confident enough to do it, right? Don't be so devoted so quickly. That's not going to work in your favor. And obviously when you also have those sort of boundaries and consequences for certain behaviors, it also shows you're confident. It shows that you know your worth. It shows that you're not a muck, right? It shows that you know what you want, you know who you are, and you know how you want to be treated, right? And that ties into having standards as well. But not just have standards, but you need to have boundaries with consequences where you're able to walk away from the relationship. You're not so tied to this relationship, so tied to this man, so tied to this crush that you will stay for any behavior and any sort of treatment. No. And it can be hard, especially again in the phase of like, oh my gosh, I love you, he's so hot. But I know you can do it. And if you need help with stuff like that, we have an online membership for women who are like you, who have struggled in the past, looking to improve their love life, looking to be intentional, looking to date with confidence, date with wisdom, date with accountability, which is my point one. If that's something that you want, then go on www.nomoreslack.com/membership, join, and we're going to be having many more masterclasses like this, where we don't just teach you the what's of dating, we teach you the how you can, you as an individual with your own story, implement these things into your dating life, into your relational life, and thrive and stop slacking in your love life. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe, share this with your fellow single group chat, okay, because y'all need to hear this. And we'll be back with the next video. Comment any suggestions that you have, and until then, stop slacking